By show of hands, how many people want to invest in real estate? Okay, cool. If you're not raising your hand, that's kind of strange. When I got into real estate, like many others, actually, Alexis said, he said he got into business because of $1 million listing. Funny enough, so did I. I got in this business because of $1 million listing about 10 years ago. I was a lowly 20-year-old kid, had absolutely no idea what I wanted to do with my life. Here we go. All right, my promise to you today is one thing and one thing alone. You're going to be super clear on how you can add an additional $100,000 to your bottom line this year. Not next year, not 10 years, this year alone. By a show of hands, who wants to make an extra $100,000? Okay, awesome. Make sure you pay attention for the next, let's say, 40-ish minutes. I'm going to give you all the slides. You don't have to take any notes. You literally just got to pay attention 100%. Put your phones down. So I just have two questions. Can I be raw, real, and honest, and incredibly blunt and direct with you? Show of hands. Yes. Yes. Okay, fantastic. And lastly, for those of you who do not know who I am, is it okay if I share my story? I'm going to show you exactly. I went from $75,000 in credit card debt to $75,000 a week. Does anybody want to know how to do that? Make 75 grand a week? Awesome. Let's go. Next. 21-year-old Henry. I got in the business at 21. I'm actually a two-time college dropout. Shout out Alexis. Let's rock and roll, baby. I barely graduated high school. It was one of the greatest days of my entire life. I had a 550 credit score. I really screwed that one up. And I was incredibly depressed and suicidal. I wear a pin on my shoulder here for my buddy Andrew. Sadly, he took his own life a couple years ago. One of my best friends in the entire world. I speak on mental health and everything else along the country. It's why I work as hard as I freaking do, because I want to help more people. I was $75,000 in credit card debt, and I had less than $2,000 in cash to my name. Next. 26-year-old Henry, a little bit better. A few years down the road, I was making $70,000 to $100,000 in GCI. I'm going to show you my dashboard in just a second to show you what that looks like in residential sales. We were doing like 7 to 14 closings every single month. I had a 10-person team. I was still the #1 producer. I had a lot of support staff helping me out. I had an incredibly high overhead. By the way, does anyone here want to build a team or have a team? Yeah, no one tells you it's incredibly low margins most of the time. It's incredibly low margins, especially in residential real estate. I was the main producer, like I said. Hard to drastically get ahead. Honestly, it's you might make big money some months, but I'm telling you, it's not exactly that easy to get ahead when it comes to residential sales. Here's an actual dashboard. You can see here we sold 12 houses. That month we made $95,500. My net after paying out my agents was $80,000. We sold about $4 million worth of houses, 2.44 average percent. This is a pretty average month back in, I don't know, 5 years ago. Next slide, please. Now today, I've been a part of over $700 million worth of real estate transactions. I've made over $14 million worth in commissions, fees, revenues, flipping deals. I own over $12 million worth of real estate myself and many others with other partners. In 2025 year to date, we have over $5 million in pending fees. Okay, that's not just commissions. I'm going to share with you how you guys can make more money as well. And I feel like I'm just getting started. Just turned 30, like 90 days ago. Next. Just to give you an idea what we're going to be talking about today, I hope you guys can see all pictures. These are actual commission checks that I've earned flipping properties, mainly commercial. $214,000, $143,000, $365,000, $118,000, $167,000. Who here wants to make six-figure checks, and a lot of them? Every single person raise your hand. Come on now. Now, I'm here to share with you what I've literally spent hundreds of thousands of dollars at coaches, conferences. You possibly name it. I've spent the money to do it. And by the way, every single one of you is in a room for free with some freaking powerhouses speaking. Can we give them all a round of applause again? They're freaking crushing it. Next. So today's agenda, I'm going to give you my 8 quick principles of 8 quick principles. We're going to have fun here. All right, adding an additional $100,000 a year to your real estate business. Next, let's go. So before we get started, I have some quick ground rules. Number 1, you must have an open mind. We're going to share things today that for some of you, you might think you're eons from that. I'm telling you, listen guys, I've been in the business 10 years. I've seen people come in this business and in 90 days get a deal locked up. I'm going to share some quick stories from success stories that I've been hearing from coaching students, other people I've worked with. It will blow your freaking mind. Number 2 is have a place to take notes. Best part, I'm going to erase that. I'm going to give you all the freaking notes. All you have to do is pay attention. Number 3, sit up at the edge of your seat. If you're slouched back, this is not the time to do that. We're going to sit up at attention. Number 4, have fun. I talk really fast. I like to make a lot of jokes, and I curse a lot. All right, we're going to have fun. At the end of this, I'm going to give you some special gifts. Number 1, how to grow any business. Let's go. 3 ways to grow any business. Next. Has anybody heard of Jay Abraham? Anybody? Jay Abraham? Okay, one of the greatest business consultants of all time. Really big shocker. There's really only 3 ways to grow a business. I don't care if you're a brand new real estate agent or you're Apple computers, okay? It's increase the number of customers, okay? Number 2 is increase the average customer value or unit of sale, make them worth more. Or last one is increase the repurchase rate. They buy more. Next. So I'm going to translate that to real estate, okay? Because most of the time, most of the coaches just say, hey, you need to sell more houses. But who wants to work more? I don't want to do that. I want to work smarter. We hear this all the time. So again, now to translate what I just said to you is increase the number of transactions. Most coaches stop there. Number 2, I like the rest of them. Very, very important. Number 2 is increase the average sales price. Who here would like to just sell more expensive houses and make more money doing less work? Raise your hand. This is shocking, like, right? Number 3, increase the average commission percentage. Who here would, on average, you guys saw I made 2.44% on $4 million and only made $95,000 that month. I'm not saying only in that kind of sense. I'm saying I will show you how in one deal, and you saw them, I made multiple 6 figures, more than I made in 1 month selling residential houses. That's why I'm here to share it with you, and how you can increase your average commission percentage. Lastly, the only other way to make money in this business is to recruit other agents to do the same 3 things on this screen for you. That's it. Case in point, there's not anything else. Next, so increase the number of transactions. I'm not going to run through all this, but this basically just gives you an understanding that, like, look, if you want to increase the number of transactions, every single one of them is giving you lead generation strategies, okay? I heard Alexis talking about this earlier. I 100% agree. 1 lead gen source. Choose 1. Go freaking all in. Be the greatest in the world. My team is cold calling. Who here likes to make cold calls? Likes to make cold calls. Okay, I've got like a few hands up. My team makes 300 to 350,000 cold calls a month. We do that in part, obviously, there's plenty of other things that you can do, but we just want to be the best in the world at one thing. We want to go all in. Number 2 is increase the amount of referrals received. Who here just wants to get deals sent to their inbox through DMs like Sean? I mean, like, that's freaking insane. I love that, right? Who would like to have more of that? Awesome, right? Next is increasing the amount of content you post. My team, on averages, we post 100 times a week on social media, 100 times a week. It didn't start like that. It started with 1 post a day on 1 platform, 1 time. Get focused, and then go all in. Next is, yeah, you can go to the next screen. It's okay. Okay, increase the average sales price, expand. Here's the thing, if you guys want to sell more houses, right, there's only so much the piece of the pie, right? The pie is only so big in your marketplaces. Number 1 is expand your geographic location. Who here, like, this is the craziest thing, man. I'm talking to an agent. I'm like, what's like your market? And they go, yeah, I just sell this little teeny suburb. I'm like, that's like a 5-mile radius. I sell properties all over the damn country. There's enough properties for me to make $1 billion. Would anybody like to make more money? Start driving farther to properties. There's plenty of properties to sell, okay? Next is expand and adjust your asset class, AKA commercial. That's what we're here to talk about. Who here has actually sold a commercial deal? Sold a commercial deal. Who here would like to start selling commercial real estate? Okay, awesome. By the end, it'll be all of your hands, I promise. Okay, next is expand and adjust your network. Who you network with, which we'll talk about in a little bit, is what is absolutely going to change your life. 1 deal, which I'll talk about in a little bit, blew my freaking mind and is why I'm here today, you know, with all the results that I have. 1 deal changed everything. Next. Lastly, increase your average commission percentage. Learn how to find off-market opportunities, just like Aram said. Like, look, finding unbelievable opportunities where you can possibly invest in the deal instead of making, a 2% commission. You know how freaking annoying it is when a seller says, I'm only going to pay you X? Who hates that? Who hates that? It should be all of you. What the hell's going on? All of you. I hate that. Don't tell me how much money I can make, because here's the opportunity. I want to say, how much money do you want to make, right? Like from the seller, how much do you want for your property? I want X amount of money. Fantastic. I get you an offer that X amount of money. I want to make the rest. Thanks. Like, who cares? Right? That's at least my philosophy. If I make you X amount of money like you asked, I want to make what I want to make. Thanks. I won't negotiate with you if you don't negotiate with me. Become a master negotiator. The better deals you find, I'll share with you a couple of the opportunities that we find. Just to give you an example, I had one of my agents we just locked up a deal, and I'll talk about exactly how we do that. But we locked up a deal for $3.4 million. That's worth about $5 million. So instead of listing a property for sale, like many agents would do in this room, I said, hey, the seller wanted $3.4 million. So I said, fine. Here's a letter of intent for $3.4 million. I'll offer you that. I'm going to sell it to a buyer for anywhere between $4.5 and $5 million. Because I don't need to just follow the regular rules. You know how NAR says you can't wholesale properties? Guess what? Commercial's the wild freaking west, baby. All right? They don't control anything in the commercial world. We can do whatever we want. Okay? It's fantastic. Next, avoid the on-market deals when possible. You know what's funny? In the residential world, every time you guys get a buyer, you're like, oh, well, let's see what's on the market. What if you could control your own market and you had your own off-market inventory that you would be able to bring to your buyers and your buyers alone? Right now we have over 500 off-market deals that we sell to our clients. None of them are on the market. No one knows about it except for our private clients. Next, be direct to buyer and seller. Listen, double-end more deals. Has anybody double-ended a deal represented buyer and seller? Yeah. Isn't that nice? You collect a 5 or 6% commission check. Imagine if every single closing from now into the rest of your career was a double-ended deal. That's what we do. Lastly, just ask for it. Where is James? James, can you raise your hand real fast? James in the back, real fast. Unbelievable opportunity. He watched the podcast that me and Alexis just did. Unbelievable podcast. Can you really quickly just share? You watched the podcast and then you just signed a commercial deal. Can you just share with the group what the commission amount you just signed for was? He signed a 10% deal on a $6 million property. Give this man a round of a friggin' applause. Okay? This is what I'm talking about, guys. Stop selling $200,000 houses and learn how to sell a $6 million building and make, what, 10%? Jesus Christ, thanks. I'll take that. 4% increase in the number of agents you work with. Obviously, like, guys, listen, there's amazing people in this room. Partner with people. Be enrolled in what other people's visions are. Maybe you're not an amazing number 1. You need to know who you are. Maybe you're an amazing number 3. Roll with your position and align with other people. Lean on their skill sets. Lean on their abilities. You can go to the next one. Principle number 2, adjusting your focus. Stop focusing on low-dollar deals. Next. The most valuable thing anybody here can do in their life is what? Jesus Christ. We gave you the answer. The connections you make. It's amazing. I'm loving it. I'm having fun. All right. Look, the connections you make. Every single person in this room is one connection away from an additional $100,000 check. You guys believe it? You're one connection away. We've been saying one open house away, one DM away, one expired call, for sale by owner call away from making $100,000. And some of you are scared to use this device. Are you freaking kidding me? Makes no sense. Don't believe me? I'll prove it to you.